gather around. This story has been long in the telling, but soon we approach its end. Long ago, the land of Irion fell into a great civil war. The city-states and the races therein all fighting each other for dominance over the land, only stopping when the great dragon, Dragotha, nearly burned the land to the ground. 30 years later, a party of adventurers was manipulated by a powerful mind flayer into being the catalysts for another civil war. And in an attempt to wipe Irion clean again and take its power, Dragotha was resurrected and set against them. But history repeated, as the people of Irion banded together once more to slay the dragon. This alone, however, would not save Irion, for the Mind Flayer still lived, and schemed to awaken a powerful being known as the Old Voice, capable of doing far more damage than Dragotha ever could. And even without that, the tensions of Irion still remain, with little to no proof that the Mind Flayer even existed. And so our heroes rally together, with companions they have gathered over their long journey, to represent the hopes of Irion, and its last chance to survive an assault that could ravage the land or even the world itself.
I won't stand idle. Not while people's lives are at stake.
I will not make the same mistakes again.
You're my friend. You're my family. And I'll protect you at all costs.
The time for civil war is over. Now our fight is for Irion.
Together, they will race against time to the sunken city of Yolroom to overcome its challenges, and finally confront the Mind Flayer before the world they know is lost forever to his machinations. The road ahead of them is long and perilous, but it is the only chance that the world has if they are to save the fallen empires. Last time on Rolling with Remix, Fallen Empires. Deciding that, in the middle of the workspace of the Plague Lords, they wanted to fight as little as possible, our heroes managed to talk their way past Ecthro's strain, getting directions to the lower levels of the laboratory, where Gruvon Gorewalker was experimenting. They briefly conversed with her about what made Gruvon Gorewalker change from his days as a loving family man, learning it was when their children fell to disease, and he became obsessed with bringing them back, and then strengthening them and the rest of humanity. Heading to talk to Gruvon Gorewalker himself, they learned he was too far gone, scoffing at the idea that the awakening of the Old Voice would legitimately destroy the world, and determining that, if anything, the cataclysm would only make humanity stronger, using his knowledge of vaccines and viruses to make questionable claims about evolution, and casually dismissing the heart of the Fae that Azalea Lythos was paid to retrieve for him, as being ultimately useless for medicinal properties in the end. Malifane was sent flying into a rage, and so combat began. Unfortunately, the great poisonous powers of the Gorewalker were strong enough to overcome the resistances to poison and disease, and most of the party was at death's door, until the Rat King braved his way through the poisonous cloud to bring Momo back from the brink, and so too did he bring their chances of taking down the Gorewalker, as Malifane laid the final blow, running him through again and again through multiple backup hearts and organs. Taking a moment to catch their breath with the air finally clear, our heroes looted the Gorewalker's possessions, including the final key to Yolroom, and retreated back through the South Rim laboratories, informing Ecthro Estrain of her husband's death. They somehow managed to get through without fighting her even then, although she said she wasn't sure if she should kill them now or later. At long last, they returned back to the central hub of Yolroom, free of the regional effects that made diseases nearly impossible to remove, and set about healing themselves and taking one final rest before their attack on the castle. What dangers await them in Castle Yolroom? Will they finally be able to reach Rankol? And will they continue to stockpile magic items and then not use them? Find out on tonight's episode of Rolling with Remix, Fallen Empires. Hello and welcome to Rolling with Remix, Fallen Empires, the show where, because my stream deck doesn't work, I fumble for the unmute button, and my mouse is like, no, you clicked a pixel to the left, I guess you're not unmuting, go fuck yourself! I am your host, Alex, and with me is my lovely casting crew of players. We have Atlas.
Hello, everyone.
We have Scott.
Hey y'all, Scott here.
We have Queen.
Yo.
And Jojo is AFK. Oopsie doodle. I guess we're gonna start the session by killing Momo. So.
Again!
Again! Momo is going to take the top spot as most killed character in Fallen Empires. Alright.
It's not me at last!
It's no longer Malifane! So, when last we left our heroes, they had obtained the final key to the gates of Castle Yorim, and had returned back to the hub to rest and relax, and after having taken this long rest, it is time to consider their next move. Well, what is going to be the plan as we enter this castle? As I do put on some music, and there we go.
Oh, that's right. Kay went off to collapse somewhere
Mm-hmm.
away from people, such as life.
So, is this after the long rest, or are we about to have the long rest?
Mechanically, it's after the long rest. Roleplay-wise, do whatever, man.
Alright.
This is a... okay, did we ever pull together our gold, or were they just split?
It's split.
I
Yeah,
split the gold. There was a split button, so I just, distributed it to all of you.
One day, hopefully we'll get back to Baton Rance so we can spend a bunch of it, but we'll see. We'll see.
We return to the surface world, and we're going to get a whole bunch of hookers with all this platinum, baby!
Pay my guild dues for the next 1,000 years.
Yeah, buddy. I'm just trying to think of what to do at this point.
Alright.
While you think, I believe everything got identified. Was the Plague Bane mask something that required attunement?
Was it? I do not believe so.
Hey Momo, wanna look like a sick plague doctor?
Momo T-poses in place.
Like that very much.
I will say Rax took the mask, but if Momo wants it, he'll give it to him.
Oh, no, I was just...
Hey Momo, you want to look like a sick plague doctor?
Oh boy, do I!
Alright, you can take the mask then.
Oh, cool. Sorry, I was just suggesting it because Bird, so...
Bird.
Facts.
Well, I've got my own mask. I don't need a stupid mask that would have been great one combat ago!
Good thing we got it after that combat. Thumbs up.
Hey! Fuck you. Alright.
I guess the question is, how often do you think we're going to be encountering more plague stuff in Hyrule? I mean, the final.
Good job.
Well, either way, I think Momo could do, the better, actually.
Time to stack as many resistances on Momo as possible.
They're just in an orb.
Just shove periaptive health, plague bane mass.
Yeah. You will never get poisoned again.
Fantastic. I love that. Love that for me. Truly. Sorry, I got kicked out of the game for whatever reason. Do you smell toast?
Just metal. Anyway.
I like copper.
Anywho.
Right.
Man, I wish I was better at thinking out loud. Alas, alack,
Right?
I
Alas,
am
alack.
not very good at it due to reasons, but hey, that's okay.
There's anything. All right. Well, let's start with this. Whether or not we actually do want to do anything with this, we have plenty of coin left from our recent exhibitions. If there's anything we want to obtain left for our wares, now's the best time. I don't think we're coming back here anytime soon.
Yeah, true. I guess, was there anything more that we wanted to buy from our good friend, or nah, is the question.
I believe there was a weapon of sorts over there, an axe.
There was that sick mall.
The mall thing.
Left in the shop are Forge Master's Might, the giant frickin' hammer, and the Carpet of Desert Fire.
I believe the giant fucking hammer is two-handed, question mark? Or is it versatile?
Giant fucking hammer is, let me double check.
Yeah.
It is not versatile, doesn't look like. It is based on a war hammer, so...
Gotcha.
It says versatile damage.
Okay. Hold on. Then let me double check again what I plugged in here.
Okie doke.
Huh. I was wrong. I didn't check off versatile in weapon properties.
Well.
It's there
Cool.
now.
Excellent.
Well,
I don't think that shop is listed in the shops section.
It's
of
not.
the
It's
thing.
under loot.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Thank
Yeah,
you.
that's because of the weird way that the shopkeeping works for loot tokens. If you had access to all those other shops, they would also be loot tokens. But
And just to be clear, did we loot all of the treasures? Because I don't remember.
from Groovon Stash?
In general.
I believe so. I mean, we distributed things previously. We sold a bunch of shit, so there's that. But I'm fairly certain that previous.
Update for me.
Sorry, what was that?
Then in that case, it just hasn't updated for me. That's fine.
Okay.
So one of us does have a Master Gem or a Monocle of Clarity.
– Rax has the monocle.
Master Gem?
Yes. I think all our gems got sold.
Yeah.
Mastery Gem's a magic item, though, so...
Oh, okay. Huh.
I have no idea who has the Mastery
says-
Gem, which...
That's why I'm saying.
Yeah,
I
that
wonder
might be
if we
important,
did.
considering that's skip requirements.
Overpowers requirements of certain item attunements. Huh, okay.
Again, if there are things that we have not looted, now's the time to check.
Who would benefit from Well, I guess it depends on what certain requirements are. But who would benefit from additional, I guess, attunement nonsense, or some of the items we have that require attunement?
What objects do we have that require attunement from specific classes, regardless of whether we got it from here or not?
The obvious
start with-
answer. The obvious answer is that we give it to Momo so he can wield Forge Master's Might.
Let me double check. Mastery Gem says it's not for legendary and artifacts, right?
I believe so. I do have a note that says it doesn't override attunement requirements, so I'm kind of I'm a little confused.
All right, so if it needs attunement, then you still need to attune to it. Mastery Gem is just like, if you need 17 strength, you don't if you have the Mastery Gem.
Gotcha. Okay. Cool. Thank you.
Let me check something.
Yeah, I don't think I have any extra items that I would want attunement to, because my attunement slots are filled, baby.
Alex,
Speaking of...
Oh, no, go ahead. Finish what you were saying.
Speaking of, someone needs to take this Ring of Mind Shielding out of my inventory. I don't know who has it at this point, but it's not me.
I feel like it
I
was
believe
Momo.
that's me, actually.
Yeah, it's Momo.
Pretty sure it's Momo.
Do you have a Ring of Mind Shielding in your inventory?
I know something equivalent.
Fuck it, I'm sending it to you anyway.
Excellent.
Trade request sent.
Hey.
Yeah, in the meantime, I double-checked Mastery Gem. It cannot be used on legendary rarity magic items or artifacts, so it can't be used for Forge Master's Might.
Okay.
Darn.
Humor me. I'm just trying to remember back, because now I'm kind of just using it as a flavor text. But what was the exact text for the spellbook we received from Port Mirandu?
It's a waterlogged spellbook with only a couple of spells still in it. If you're a wizard, you might be able to copy them down.
In other words, it requires attunement from a wizard.
It's not a magical item, it's a spellbook. You can
Fair
buy
enough.
an updated one for 50 gold in
I'm
most
just making
bookstores.
sure. I'm just making sure I was reading it correctly. That's all.
That's
Speaking of things that I don't think you ever expected us to hold on to for so long.
Oh god, that spellbook must be in terrible shape now. It must be.
I think I have mending, or I think Scan has mending, actually.
I don't think that would work on a spell book.
What do you
Who
think
knows?
would work on
Hey,
a
you want me to
spell-
cast
Even so,
Mending
is-
a million times to see if we can get the spellbook back to its default waterlogged state?
Oh, of course. I'm sure, no doubt, that would take us more time for Rankle to hatch out his plan.
What
But
about
please,
Greater
by all
Restoration?
means.
Greater Restoration on a spellbook. You want to use a powerful spell that costs money to use and is meant to get rid of stuff like petrification.
Okay, how about the
on a
best?
book.
I have a better offer.
It was
Scan,
just
look
a
at me.
suggestion.
It-
I
yes,
have
it
a
was
better
suggestion
solution, a
and
better
nothing
offer for you.
more.
Now hear me out. How about best of both worlds? An easier spell to use. Lesser Restoration.
Okay,
Oh, Jesus.
I am going to look up Lesser Restoration so I can be sure it's not used on objects. Alright, you touch
Pretty
a
sure
creature.
creature.
You touch a creature. That book is not a creature, no matter how much you love it.
It was
Well-
just a suggestion again.
Mm-hmm.
What can we do to restore it then?
It's not a big deal.
I don't think we
was just
can.
It's literally not worth it.
Yeah.
really not worth it.
It is a spell book with spells up to level 2. It's
Oh,
not
fuck that
Alright.
shit. Let's just use it for kindling.
I must state once more that for flavor text purposes, I'm literally using the spellbook for Magic Initiate.
Yeah.
So burning that would mean no more remembering those spells.
Mm.
Oh, so that's how we swap
Oh.
out feats.
Ah.
Yummy.
We just
I
burned
mean,
the
if
last
you
feat
insist.
anyway.
I mean, if you insist. No.
Burn the books. Just kidding.
Momo, there's something very tiny on your left shoulder.
What
It looks like a
the hell
demon.
was that?
Disgusting. It's like a little gremlin or something.
Well, it's gone now. Anyways. Jokes aside, at least for now, is there really anyone we should give that to?
Not that I can think of. I'm combing through things at the moment.
Mhm.
We do have a number of spell scrolls that we have access to. So
While
there's
you're
that.
doing that, I'm going to look through all of our treasure to see if and make sure we have everything.
Yes.
Parapet, the thing of health.
Carry up to help.
Momo has that.
Fuck off, OneDrive.
What is the unidentified sword from Zukira's stash?
It's unidentified.
So none of us identified it.
Nope.
Well, no better time like the present.
Might as well.
Alright. This short sword is dazzlingly bright to behold, and is also a dazzling blade. You get a +1 bonus to attack and damage rolls made with this weapon.
So it's just a +1 sword.
+1 short sword.
Momo
Okay.
makes tiny bird grabby hands. It glows like me.
Can you even use a short sword?
Yes, I can. I've been using what he tries to pull one out of his scabbard and like, ouch. More or less.
This is cool. Additionally, you can use an action to swing the sword in an wide arc of dazzling flashing lights. Anyone within 15 feet must succeed on a DC 14 saving throw or be blinded until the start. Ooh. Once used, this property can't be used again. So,
So it's a very shiny short sword.
I mean, if one of you guys would benefit more from it, then please have at it. But if it's no one's going to take it, I think I might.
let's see. A sword.
I think you do have proficiency because you have a level in Paladin, if I recall correctly.
Yes, that's correct.
Yes. So Momo has proficiency with martial weapons.
My only thought, and again, this isn't a hard no. It's just a thought. But my only thought is that it requires, what did it say? Just a regular action or a bonus action to have someone make that save?
An action.
It's just a regular. Okay. Is that worth it to you? Again, that's not a hard no. It's just, yeah. If so, then have at it.
I'm not gonna lie, I thought you were talking to someone else. Can you please repeat the question?
Sure. The blade requires an action to cause that to proc that 14 intelligence saving throw on foes, on opposing creatures.
To blind them.
Yes. Is that for your action economy, you Momo Vol, is that worth it to you? If so, then have at it. If not,
I'm
it
having
might
at
be
it!
worth it to someone else. Okay.
He takes the glowing sword and makes his arm glow with it. It's like,
Congratulations,
also-
I've handed over Dazzling Blade.
yay! Thank you.
We also have 2 unidentified potions.
Yeah.
So, I will take a look at that, and conveniently, I have proficiency in. I already forgot what it's called.
Alchemist supplies?
Thank you. So I will use that to help me identify what they are.
Cool. Alchemist
can I
supplies
also
with
use-
intelligence.
Okay. So that is. So that's a +7 check, I believe? Or is it a. I can't tell. It would be a medicine
Proficiency
with
bonus
alchemist
plus whatever your intelligence modifier is.
Okay. Proficiency bonus is, I believe, 4 at this point. I want to say. No, 5. Okay. So 5 plus. All right. So d20 plus 8. I'll just make a. Yeah. Okay. I'll just make a general d20, and we can add the 8 to it.
Nice. All right.
Hella.
You identified one of the potions as a potion of invulnerability.
That is nice.
For 1 minute after you drink it, you gain resistance to all damage.
That is really nice. Okay. Anyone want to check the second one?
I'll give it a go.
All right.
It's just Arcana, right?
Arcana, yes.
Yeet.
You should give yourself guidance.
You should
I will
yourself
give
guidance.
myself guidance. Hiya.
All right. Roll a d4 for me.
Can I roll? A what?
D4. If you're gonna give yourself
E.
guidance.
E4.
You have no idea what this
Fucking
potion
hell.
is.
I was
Even-
checking the first potion to begin with, so I will help Momo with this.
Thank you.
Do I roll again with advantage?
Right? Yeah, give it another roll then.
Yeet.
Oh,
Okay.
Wow.
Incredible.
Yeah,
Thanks for nothing, Malafane.
Oh,
you
thanks.
spill the
It's my-
potion.
No!
Does it do anything when it spills, or does it just spill?
It dissolves into like this thick fog that then dissipates into the air.
Huh. Did we spill all of it, or just a
Yep.
bit of it? Well, shit.
I am very sorry.
Wait a
I'm
minute, wait a
done.
minute. This was a roll advantage. That shouldn't count.
Yeah, but I'm feeling particularly mean-spirited today.
Wow,
Why?
thanks, asshole. It's okay. It's okay.
Cries and bird.
All right. Going through more magic weapons. The 4 spell scrolls from Greyhound's treasure. We identified 3 of them: Holy Aura, Demiplane, and Incendiary Cloud. I don't think we ever identified the second one, so that would be up on the list.
Yeah, I don't know why they're still coming up as unknown for me, but whatever. So who wants to check that one?
It's Arcana again.
I am not here, and also I am not good at any of this shit. So like,
It's Arcana.
I'll say if you just like, it's been enough time since you got Greyhand's treasure and you've shown it to enough wizards that they have identified it because they accidentally clicked identify as astral projection.
Oh. Oh. I see. Wait. Oh.
Mm-hmm.
This feels familiar. Oh no. I mean, this is a good spell, but also, oh no.
What does it say?
You and up to 8 willing creatures within range project your astral bodies into the astral plane. The spell fails and the casting is wasted if you are already on that plane. The material body you leave behind is unconscious and in a state of suspended animation if it doesn't need food or air and doesn't age. Your astral body, this is going to be a lot to read.
Yeah, I think I got the basics.
You go to the astral plane. Don't meet Githyanki while you're there, or they'll kill you.
you ascend from your body. Hope that little thread doesn't get cut.
It's the umbilical cord of your soul.
Yeah.
Anywho,
Huh, it looks like this spell scroll can send us to the astral plane. Why does my head hurt?
because it's a sign that we probably shouldn't. Only in case of emergencies.
I feel like we've done this before. Anyways.
Anywho,
Right. The other was demi-plane. I'll read these later. Anyways. Next up. Did we look at Mudcoat's treasure? Because it says we have unidentified items. I feel like we
the-
we did. I could be wrong.
That is the potion of hill giant strength, a potion of poison, and a potion of greater healing.
Yes, we did pick these up. Okay. Alright, so that we don't need to worry about. We've identified everything in the sewer storage. We already know what the crystal lenses and the dragon statuette are, and also we sold
Yes.
the dragon statuette.
We did not sell the dragon statuette.
not.
We're hanging on to that because it gives people inspiration, I believe. Kay
Yep.
is holding on to that.
So unless I'm forgetting anything, I think that's everything. Oh wait, one of the treasure chests didn't show up for me. I forgot about that.
Oh.
Whoa.
It's the we have Greyhand, Mudcoat, Sewers, Von Tharm, Zunkira. There was a sixth one, wasn't there? Wasn't there?
That would be the most recent one.
Ruvan Stash.
Yeah. Which
we
was
picked up?
the Plaguebane mask, the Ouroboros rapier, 2 potions of supreme healing, and 2 potions of water breathing.
Hello.
What was the first potion?
Supreme healing.
Yeah.
Healing. Right, thank you. Okay. In that case, I think that's everything, as far as our treasures are concerned.
I think so.
Does
Are we
anyone
missing
want to hold
anything?
on to these scrolls?
Sure.
I think a holy aura, I think Momo would have to cast that, if I recall correctly. Let's see. Holy aura, 8th level spell, cleric spell, so that would be a Momo spell.
I'll take it off your hands.
Astral projection is also a cleric spell, so Momo can cast that. Also, it's 9th level, so pretty much only Momo could cast that.
Ah!
I mean, the other spell scrolls are 8th level, so they're no slouch either.
Facts.
Yeah, these are spell scrolls that should be held on to our spellcasters, because otherwise we'd have to make an ability check to determine if it's cast successfully. In other words, you two, and I think, well, wait, no. What level spells can Rax go up to? I forget.
At the minute, level 3.
Yeah, so honestly, you two would be best to hold on to these.
Alright.
Alright. Which one do you want?
Who,
Max?
me?
You and Momo, yes.
Sorry, Kay's not here. Sorry, I was confused.
Right.
I've been speaking out of character.
Corellian
That's
cast
it.
spells
Where
up
the
to level
fuck is
4.
Corellian?
Yes.
That's it. Where the fuck is Corellian?
Kay's sleeping.
Welp, I'm not waking that.
Incendiary Cloud is Sorcerer and Wizard.
I mean, on the one hand, my magic initiate comes from wizard spells. On the other hand, I only know cantrips and level 1 spells. So that ain't working, Chief.
What kind of a check would you have to make in order to use one of these spell scrolls? Something absurd?
If I had to guess, an intelligence check?
So the ability score of the thing it's cast from. So usually intelligence, and the DC would be 10 plus the spell level.
Wow. Yeah, no.
Magic hard.
Magic
Magic
hard.
very hard.
Magic hard!
Come to think of it, what are the scrolls that I have? Should I even be holding on to these? Hang on.
Up to you.
Oh, it doesn't say anything about there being a problem with that. Never mind.
So, what's the plan now?
I still say that if we want to go check on if we want to check on Anlin, now's our chance. We are not coming back here for a while.
Yeah.
That goes double for if we want to speak with anyone here. This might be our last chance. Whether that's to obtain any information, say our goodbyes, pick up something that we may have left, etc.
I'm glad that you mentioned that. I think I do have some things I need to do before I go. And he's gonna head out and he's gonna, let's see. He's just gonna start saying goodbye to everybody before they start leaving.
I mean, we still want to bring maybe a sidekick or two, so not say goodbye to everyone.
Oh, facts. Okay.
Bye, bitches!
Holding off.
Wait until
Holding
we
off.
pick a sidekick before we do that.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
Is Scam gonna come with us for this, or is he still staying here?
Scam looks over. I've just about finished the boat. Good news, it's gonna float again. Bad news, not gonna fit everyone we've gathered here.
And what's the max capacity?
15 medium-sized creatures. That's what the user manual says.
Counts everyone in the room.
Out of character, we have potions and spells of water breathing available. So
True.
those are also options.
true.
Also, water walk will just make people whoop to the surface once they're out of here. So there's that.
I'm just saying, for some of us, the boat's gonna be really comfortable. Other people, we're going to have to exile from the boat.
I don't think that will be entirely necessary.
You don't
I
have to make it
nominate
sound so ominous.
Malifane for being exiled from the boat.
But thank you for the information. That is noteworthy.
Yeah.
You know, Scamuel, there is a thing called self-sacrifice.
Yeah, it's dumb.
In some cases, yes.
Pretty sure there's like a whole series about how dumb self-sacrifice is that ends on Sundays. Do you taste copper?
I have no idea what you're on about.
I feel like I taste out of character. I feel like I taste Electrum. Speaking of which, how are you doing, Rack?
So, do you want to come with us then, Scam, or do you have more work here?
Once I finish this, I'll catch up with you.
Okay,
Sounds
sounds
good.
good.
That
Good
is me
plan.
saying artificers are very complicated to run, and I would prefer not to until it is time.
Good.
Mhm.
Hmm.
That is.
Alright.
Oh my
So we can
God,
take one
we
sidekick or two?
We should bring Anna.
One.
Anyways,
One.
At this point, Kay sort of like kind of stumbles out, still looking pretty sore. Are we talking about who to bring?
that would be
Yeah.
That would be it, yes.
Any ideas?
I did promise Ari way back when that she could have a shot at him, so
Humor me.
I think we should bring her.
Actually, no, don't humor me. I can look this up. Never mind. These steps. Maybe? Sorry, I'm thinking about this statistically.
Yeah, no, that's fine. I just wanted to bring up that was a
That is
thing
fair.
that Corellian said once upon a time.
My concern is we're going into the lair of a mind flayer, an illithid. It rather is. It's not that I don't trust Ari. It's just, do you think they'll be mentally prepared?
I don't know. I'll go ask her. Time to go find Ari, I guess.
All right. You can hear some
Yes.
conversation in Aquin coming from this building right here, the one you just stopped in front of. You look inside, Ari and Kailani are just chatting in there.
Does it seem like they're getting along?
Make an insight check.
Sure, I'd love to. Insight.
Insight, yes.
There we go. Whatever. It was just slow on my end, sorry.
All right.
17.
It doesn't seem like they want to kill each other, but
Hey.
it seems slightly tense in
Positive.
there.
But it seems
Yeah. Tense.
Tense, yes.
Okay, just knocks on the door.
Ari takes that as her cue to, like, bow out, open the door. Tilts her head. Do you need something?
Just the person I wanted to talk to, actually. Okay, just sort of steps out of the way to let her out.
Right. Kailani ducks out of the way so as not to be eavesdropping.
Yeah. I wanted to ask you how you felt about going in on the final assault with Rankle. I know that I made you a promise, but I wanted to double check to see how you felt after all this and experiencing everything down here.
Well, assuming I somehow don't get kidnapped again, I think I'm more than ready to take that bastard down.
Alright. Cool. I'll let the gang know. You're my vote, at the very least.
Ari
See what
nods.
everyone else says. Yeah, Kay will head back over and sort of relay that information of she seems game, so
Yay.
there's that, but
Yay.
like I said, that's just Kay's vote, so if you guys outnumber
No, I
them,
agree.
then that's that.
I also agree. I think that would be best. Alfie?
Malvin!
I'm here. If that's what they want. I personally suggest Solana, since they seem the most there, but if Ari wants this, then we might have take it from her.
Yeah, Rankle burned pretty much everything she made for herself to the ground, so
Right. As long as she'll be okay.
like I said, she seemed more than enthusiastic to get it done and dusted.
I would be too, honestly.
Mm-hmm. It's a good motivation.
I'm gonna go make some rounds, check with the guards, stuff like that, Sordan, etc. So, if you need me, just yell or, hold up the clothing call, I guess.
Yeah.
Do you mind if I join you? I would also
Oh.
like to check on Zoldan.
Yeah, sure, by all means.
All right. Annabelle has moved Zordan ever so slightly out of the way of the stairs so that people can get up and down.
Appreciate it.
How is he looking?
Well, I mean, if Geisel's info's accurate, then best case scenario, he should be up in a couple hours. I could try to make it go faster, of course.
No. Couple hours is fine. It's actually a lot better than I was expecting, to be honest. But
I mean, that is
anyways.
best case scenario.
Yeah, best case scenario, best. Yay, fantastic. Good work, Annabelle.
Of course.
So,
Well,
Yeah.
I guess it's not always that you manage to get dragged back from, the abyss and at least live to tell the tale, so
yeah.
I'm sure it'll be a hell of a tale once he wakes up and gets his faculties back.
I agree. I don't think he'll be able to stop bragging about it.
I mean, that's just Zordan on any day that ends in Y.
You're so
Honestly,
You're
I-
so right. You're so right.
Honestly, I'm starting to miss it. Hearing how excited he gets gives me a sort of pseudo energy, you know? Pumps me up a little.
A little bit, yeah.
How are you doing, Annabelle, by the way?
Oh, doing a little bit better after, dealing with a whole bunch of cultists, questioning reality as we know it, dealing with the fact that there's an elder evil somewhere beyond that gate. She just points to the gate.
Yeah, working on that.
Yeah.
Man, this all just started with some student loans. What the fuck have I gotten myself into?
Probably a key to some very good scholarships, maybe.
Probably.
Masters, double masters, tenure?
Ooh,
Tenure.
Tenure!
Textbooks?
Oh my god, if I can get tenure, I can do whatever I want! I'll have unlimited power!
And how could anyone deny you tenure after, you're part of everyone that saved the world in the play? Like, come on. It's a shoo-in, I'm sure.
I'm honestly very curious what you would do with that kind of power.
Oh, things here and there, enhance my alchemy, learn better uses for this. She just fires up her hand drill again.
Right. Yes.
Does the Academy have an ethics board? Anyway.
Oh, what now?
Right. Never mind. Well,
Observation.
hopefully that works out, but, just wanted to drop by and let you know that next time we go towards those gates, it's the time, so, yeah.
Gotcha.
We'll see how it goes.
Thanks for the update, Annabelle.
Of course.
Next, Kay would want to ask Remeg if he's seen more of the, Migo and the other scouts that have been sort of in the area.
Let's see. Over the last couple hours, there's been, 2 more amigo. No, 3. One was, hiding kind of in the back of that cluster. And then they all, flew down past the gate, I think towards one of the gatehouses.
Huh. Interesting. Alright. About how often, what kind of intervals do they come by?
Not very. There have been some times where I haven't seen any for what I assume is a day because there's no sun down here.
Mm-hmm. Okay, thank you. Just going through some notes. 'Cause they would have flown up, I presume, north, since that's
Yes.
what this
North is
this
the direction of the
entrance is.
castle, yes.
Okay, yeah, just wanted to double check that. Great. Well, I'm sure that we're being prepared for, so that's going to be great. Thank you for keeping an eye on things around here.
You're welcome. Hopefully whatever they prepared is not immediately deadly.
We can only hope. Oh, what's your opinion on how the boat's doing?
Remick looks up at the boat being constructed. Technically seaworthy.
Hmm.
I think technically is all we can really hope for at this moment. Not saying Scam is a bad boat maker or mechanic in the very least, but you know,
Yeah.
it's a bit rushed, but
It's a bit. If it survives getting to the surface, could I get it to shore? Yes, that is what I will say about it.
oh, well, that's
Probably gonna be the most important bit when it comes down to it.
honestly.
Because otherwise, I'm sure between everyone here, there's enough magic and nonsense, but no, the less we have to do any of that on the way out, the better, I'm sure. Okay. Well, thank you for the boat, for accompanying us, for everything.
You're welcome.
Yes.
Hopefully we'll all survive long enough to use it.
For sure.
Exactly.
Something tells me if something goes spectacularly wrong, you all will be the first to know about it and at least get some time to get up, so we'll see.
Remick crosses his fingers.
Yeah. Hey, Momo.
Hmm?
I kinda
Yes?
hate this.
Momo's eyes kind of sink. I know.
No, I just, I don't, it feels like I'm planning my own funeral, I guess.
I know it seems that way, but and it. I hate to say it, but it very well could be. But I wouldn't see it that way, if that makes any sense. I would see it as we're preparing for our greatest challenge. Because, honestly, look at what we've done. We've gone into the astral plane. We've somehow, one of us has been able to go to the Feywild and survive. We've been able to accomplish incredible things, and every single time we've thought we were going to die. And sometimes we have, but in the end, we've always gotten back up. And I think that's the most important part. Whether you're weak or strong, if you can get up, if you can keep getting up again, that's all that matters. If you can keep fighting, and eventually you'll win. And I think that's what's going to happen.
You're gonna run a hell of a temple someday.
Oh, stop it. You're too kind.
No, you will.
That means a lot. I've actually been thinking about that. I was gonna make one and name it after Arias.
Yeah, revitalize Serenita, raise the kids.
Absolutely. That's what I'm hoping
Yeah.
to do anyways. What about you?
Just, I don't really, know. I'm gonna try and fulfill my promise to my wife and raise her, and if you would help me with that, I would very much appreciate it, but
I would want nothing less. I would absolutely love to help you. I mean, it would be an honor, if that makes...
Yeah.
Gah.
no, I appreciate it. I just,
course.
I guess there's the whole question of there's attempting to make good and then seeing if somebody is going to be willing to. But after that, I really don't know. I don't know. I'm sure I'll figure it out.
Yeah.
Well, anyway.
Momo puts a hand on Kay's shoulder. Before we
Sort of pats.
continue, don't be so nervous. I know that's hard, easier said than done, but it's going to be okay.
If you say so.
I have a good feeling. We've got this. We always have.
Yeah.
Pats
All
his
right.
shoulder.
Yeah, sort of pats the hand over it. Yeah, thanks.
Of course. I know you'd do the same for me. Hell, you have. On multiple occasions.
Yeah. Well, we better, keep making our rounds, I guess. And
Right,
Kay will just
let's-
sort of head off and, continue doing so.
Right.
All right.
Away we go.
For the sake of not having Rexidol and Malifane sitting there twiddling their thumbs doing nothing, do you also want to make the rounds with Curly and Melmo?
Oh.
What do you think?
Oh, I was going to do something else, but you guys do what
Sorry,
you want.
what were you going to do then?
I wanted to talk to Scarlet before we went.
All right.
But if you guys want to do your thing first, it's fine.
No, please go ahead.
I've been talking for too
There
long.
are 20 tokens on this map. Making the rounds is going to take a while. So
Okay,
I'm
well,
going to walk
do you mind if I
around
go
and-
talk to her and then I can come make the rounds with you guys? Is that alright?
sure.
I'm going to
Alright.
walk around and see who I want to talk to in the meantime.
Whoop!
All right.
Oh, there she is.
Yep. Scarlet has moved to a different room, a different little abandoned shop front in the middle of your room, and a gray, almost spectral-looking raven is on top of the counter, and she seems very intently listening to it as it just caws at her.
Oh, well, I'll just listen in then.
She's not saying anything. The raven's doing all the talking.
Yeah, I'm listening to the raven.
All right. Eventually, the raven quiets down, and without even turning to look at you, Scarlet's like, "I'm sorry, did you need something, Raxidol?"
Well, not necessarily need. I just didn't want to interrupt you.
Oh, well, I appreciate that, thank you.
May I ask what you're doing?
Oh, enough energy gathered here that I was able to summon a dignitary. She gestures to the raven, who just hops in place to turn and rotate and stare directly at you, Raxidol.
A dignitary. So is that...
Yes?
Is that her?
Oh, no. One of her emissaries, one of her messengers. You could call him that.
I see. Do you mind if I ask what you were saying, or is that a secret thing?
I'm afraid that's business related.
Ah, I apologize. I don't want to pry.
Thank you.
Listen, Scarlet. When all this is over, where do you plan to go?
Well, actually, that was one of the things I was talking to. Of course, I cannot give any details, that is business, but the dignitary here has been catching me up on recent events that require the attention of me and the co-workers, let's call them.
Oh, I see. So, I take it things will be very busy for you.
Incredibly. At least once I get out of here and back to the surface.
If it's alright to ask, and if you need any payment for it, I'd be more than happy to. And if you can find the time, could I ask you one favor?
Since you mentioned payment, I assume this is not a simple favor.
Well, it's not overly complicated, it's more so a delivery.
A delivery?
He pulls out the scraps of the map from, and like the recipes and stuff from the wealthy district, and on the back of all of them where it's plain is scrawled like, well, nice handwriting, but there's like a few things written on it. And he passes it to her and just says, "If I don't come back, this is my final will. If it's all right, could you please make sure my family gets this?"
I would need an address.
It's written there.
She reads it over, does a little double take, her eyes widen. Kingsmarch.
Yes.
I can deliver messages as the raven flies, but going across continents is quite a way, you do understand.
Well, you don't necessarily have to go yourself. I'm just asking, could you guarantee that it gets there?
Absolutely.
And how much would that cost?
A delivery fee of this kind? Well, considering the circumstances in which we met, I'll give you the friends and family discount and we'll settle it at 25 gold.
That works for me. He passes it to her.
Much obliged. And she pockets it.
Cool. Thank you. I'm very grateful for this.
Scarlet nods.
And if I don't come back, I hope you and the others at least manage to get out safely.
As do I. Apparently there is a boat of some kind, so that should help, assuming we find a way to, get it out from under the water and up to the surface.
Of course. She sees him, like, absent-mindedly sort of, like, fiddling with the locket on his neck. And he's just thinking a bit more.
She thinks nothing of this!
Yeah. Well, he's hoping we can just burn that will afterwards.
Well, either way, I got my 25 gold, so thank you for that.
That's more than okay. Goodbye then, Scarlet, and thank you once
Goodbye,
more.
Raxidol.
I hope your endeavors are done well as well.
They should be.
And he leaves.
Alright. Scarlet closes the door behind you.
I just hear caca.
You do faintly hear the raven cawing again as you leave.
Alright, when you're doing the rounds, you're going to, like, literally every person.
I mean, this may be the last time we ever have to talk to them, so...
Then I will come with you.
Yeah, baby, let's go.
Let's go.
Yeah.
Malifane continues to make a clockwise
Feel
circle,
free to
jogging around.
I was gonna say feel free to meet up with Malifane with Solana.
Sure.
Yeah, let's go.
Woo!
That's where he was going.
Right.
What's she up to?
Solana is reading through her own spellbook. She looks up as she hears you all approach. I heard you got the last of the keys.
Yeah, we did.
The final hour is soon to be upon us.
Congratulations.
More or less.
I don't think we would have gotten as far as we did without your assistance, or anyone's for that matter.
Probably not, no.
Would you mage hand arm wrestle me? I always wanted to try that.
I'm glad
Solana
someone said
tilts her head.
No, it was way back when at the Fiery Grog. That was the first thing I remember about
that's what
you, is you were taking people to the cleaners, arm wrestling with your mage hand.
Yes, very It was an easy way to get money for food, rent, utilities, all that sort of thing. You, on the other hand, honestly, probably going to be a much bigger challenge than the blowhards who frequent the fiery grog. Frequented, sorry.
Yeah,
That being said,
I'm sure they found some other dive. So that's a yes?
do we have a spare table?
Oh, I'm sure we can find one. Yes, I'm sure there's a table like here that we could use at least in one of the... Actually, Kay will like drag the table out towards where we are.
Okay.
Elbow on table.
Yeah.
Let's go.
Yeah. Solana just leans back in a chair, snaps her fingers as a mage hand appears right by you, Corellian, grasps you, and then the wrestling begins as I double check the rules for how the mage arm wrestling works.
Yes. I've wanted to do this for so long.
All
I'm
right.
so fucking happy.
So, that is first to win 2 contested checks in a row. So,
Okay.
all right.
You got this, Kay.
So Solana is rolling intelligence. You, being Burly, you're rolling with strength. Let's go.
All right. Let's go.
Damn!
Ooh. Oh, even so, that's kind of wiggly. That's kind of close.
Oh my
That
god.
is still kind of wiggly. You get the feeling Solana is taking it a little bit easy on you.
Ooh. Sort of the wrist twists a little bit. Nice technique. Kind of straightens that out again.
Forgive
All
me,
right.
I'm a little bit rusty at this.
Oh no, it's great. Yep.
We'll call it a warm-up round.
Yeah, and immediately
Oh
as
my
you start to
God.
think she's going easy on you, wham! She just slams you backward.
Bro, she rolled a 5.
There
She
it
rolled.
is.
Well, it's best out of 3, right?
It's first to win 2 in a row.
Oh, okay. Well, in that case, we're still going. So
Yeah, we're still going.
it's just like elbow twisted almost at the table, just kind of leverages back. Oh wow, this is something.
All right, you managed to get some momentum back and start pushing back the mage hand. Solana quirks an eyebrow, lip curls up a little bit. She looks almost impressed. She turns towards the rest of the party. Could one of you get me a cup of tea?
Well, of course.
Yes, of course.
Yes.
All right,
How do you take your tea, by the way?
Black.
Slam.
Bam! You slam down the mage hand, and it dissipates.
Oh, Curly like shakes out their entire arm. That was great.
Congratulations. You are, I think, the first person in, at least since I met you, that's managed to do that.
I was going to ask, but I didn't want to seem too conceited, so thank you. Nah, that's still
Yeah.
very
Honestly,
cool.
at this point, winning mage hand wrestling is the least of your accomplishments.
You just hear from Raxel.
Though
Momo
that does
comes back in
imply
with a
that...
cup of tea. What'd I miss? Who won?
Corellian, thank you.
Brilliant.
She takes the tea and starts drinking it.
Though that does imply that if it was since we met you, that there was a previous challenger, yes?
Oh, several previous challengers.
Do
To
tell.
clarify, successful challenger.
Oh, successful? No.
Very well. I wanted to ask you about something personally. When we spoke with Gorewalker a little while ago, he dismissed the claims. Well, no, let me rephrase that. When we spoke with Gorewalker a little while back, he mentioned his findings about the sacred grove being of no concern to him. I'm still keen, though, as to what possible reasons you might
Correction.
want to.
He mentioned the heart of the Fae, as in the thing that Azalea Lythos was hired to retrieve, as ultimately being useless medicinally.
I thought there was some correlation between that and the Sacred Grove.
Not
Well,
really.
Gorwalker and the Plague Lords were hired to do stuff with the Sacred Grove, but ultimately, like, the two missions were separate. They're mercenaries.
To my point. Do you know by any chance if there would be any medicinal purpose, any purpose for visiting the Feywild for medicinal reasons?
Medicine is not my area of expertise.
So why would someone like that want to corrupt the Sacred Grove?
Probably because he was hired to.
It's fair, I suppose.
My question would be, who would hire him?
Probably a certain man with the head of an octopus and slippers of fur.
Who else?
Good point.
Well, in any case, our findings were still rather bare.
Well, thank you very much for the very welcome diversion. Hopefully we'll be seeing you.
Hopefully.
Okay, just kind of heads onward. Let's see. Let's look at our tokens.
Yeah,
Yes, the Rat King.
The Rat King!
Who also, I will say, clearly owns an air fryer.
Clearly
You
owns an air
cannot
fryer,
deny
yes.
me this.
It's fact.
Alright. Yeah, the Rat King is busy giving a lecture to his latest explodey rat on how to do better next time, because the last one didn't do anything.
Oh.
I'm sure it's trying its best. I mean, you only get a few shots when it comes to explosions, right?
Yeah. I mean, you say it's trying its best, but I can see it in his eyes. This one's going to give this was going to give at best a 7 out of 10, and I require perfect 10s!
Can I
Understandable.
insight check the rat?
you can animal handling the
what?
rat.
Animal handle the rat. Yes! I'm here to be as goofy as possible before we go into just awfulness.
The rat looks especially derpy.
He's special.
Certainly doing a job.
Not a good
He
one.
did it.
I mean,
Oh, come now. He's trying
I would
his
say
best.
how much can you ask from a rat, but I've seen your rats, so...
I can ask a whole lot of them. I can ask them to help me take over the world.
Hello?
Let's-
Check.
Can you hear us?
There
Yeah.
we go.
There you are.
There you are. Yes.
As I was trying to say, have you considered positive reinforcement? Have you considered positive reinforcement?
What's the point? He's going to explode.
I mean, if he feels more encouraged, perhaps he'll be willing to do better.
I have actually done several scientific studies on this. Sad people explode better.
Unfortunate.
Honestly, that sounds about right.
Yeah, anecdotally, for sure. Maybe it's kind of like the whole thing where, it's talking to plants as opposed to yelling at them, or rather the other way around.
I mean,
Right.
I
Anyway.
guess.
I'm not a druid, so what do I know?
I always was really bad with plants.
Well, you
Never
know.
would have guessed.
Yeah, I would be like, "What's up, plants?" and they would die.
Oh,
Oh,
that's not normal.
I am an alchemist who's lived for hundreds of years and wants to take over the world with an army of rats. What about me is normal, Momo?
Touche. Too fucking shay.
Well, you might be rid of us soon, so there's that.
At least there's that. With
Wow,
you
really
and
feeling the
Rankle
love.
and the old voice out of my way, no one will be able to stop me from taking over the world.
Kay just casts a glance around at everyone else here. Yep, nobody.
Yeah,
Nobody at
Malphane just
all.
kind of rolls his eyes and smiles.
You can be as maniacal as you please.
Exactly.
I wish you luck on your endeavors, Your Highness.
I also.
Thank you. Now bow before me, bow before your king is goodbye.
Oh, of course, your Majesty. He bows.
Of course, Your
Rolls
Majesty.
his eyes and bows.
Rex just
does
has a
little
shitting grin on his face.
flourish, which
Yeah.
actually I think last time Kay bowed to the Rat King was before we busted him out of jail. I think that's part of what they used to
That's what I
persuade
was
him, if I recall correctly. So yeah, does the same little flourishing bow. Well,
Excellent.
we'll see how it goes. Good luck with the whole, good luck.
I believe in you.
I also believe in me, thank you.
You're welcome. Very welcome.
See, positive reinforcement.
Well, I'm not going to explode now, am I?
No, you're not. And isn't that a good thing?
Exactly. Unlike 7 out of 10 here.
My goodness, just leave him alone. He's doing his
We'll leave
best.
you to your work.
Quite.
Not a great work, mind you, says Corellian, walking forward, but a work nonetheless.
Are we going to ignore these two?
I personally don't have anything to say to them, so Kay's just gonna wait for you guys to talk to them if you so choose. Sorry.
No, I don't really have anything to say to them. I don't really remember.
I'm not sure I
To-
want to say
I
something
mean-
to them.
If you want Kay to flirt with another Fey woman, like by all means, I'm sure they'd be happy
Atlas,
to
are you trying
oblige.
to say
But
you want to flirt with the Fae woman?
no,
What was
No.
it? Lady the Mist?
Lady of the Mist,
Yes.
yes.
Yeah. Rex doesn't want to be rude. In fact, he won't really like talk to her, but like if she catches a glance of him, he'll just like give a small smile, like bow a little bit, and then just move on. Bye, bitch.
Bye.
I will ask: is the owlbear still asleep?
The owlbear has woken up and is now scratching his back on one of the pillars.
Good
Hi,
lad.
Owlbear.
Incredible.
What? How does he react if Rex steps towards him?
Slowly turns his owl head over to stare at Rax.
Waves.
The owlbear does not wave back.
Can I insight the owlbear?
You can animal handle the owlbear.
That? No, it didn't. Okay. Oh.
Oh yeah,
Hell yeah.
let's go.
Let's go. You got nothing. This owlbear is an enigma.
Well, bye.
Alright.
I swear I have some significance with this owlbear, but I just can't remember.
You were the one who spoke to him about him previously being a giant who was permanently polymorphed into being an owlbear.
That's
Oh, you
right.
also,
I'm going
I
to
think you
approach
used
him.
something to speak with him. I don't
Yeah.
remember what.
I think you use tongues to talk to the owlbear.
I'm gonna look him in the eyes and hope that he remembers our conversation. Put my hand on his chest or something and like nod at him and say, I'll cast tongues. Give me that spell, baby. Where did it go, baby? There it is. Hey, it's been a long time.
It has been at least 2 days, which I assume is long for you small folk, comes the echoing voice of the storm giant polymorphed into the owlbear.
Well, I just wanted to say that, we are going to... This is the big one for us. and we might not come back, but I can assure you that if anything goes wrong, you will be one of the first people out.
I am sure that Valhalla will welcome you when you die.
If I do die, I will let him know that you sent me. What was your name again?
Kozert.
Koza. It has been an honor.
It has been an honor, the letter S, small folk.
Thank
Yeah,
you.
you cut out.
Oh, it's been an honor to speak with you through the short time that we've known each other, but I hope you get what you're looking for in your new life as this.
I hope I get out of my new life as a this. I would much prefer being a giant to this. I will find the warlock who did this to me and rend him.
Well, I will see if I can do anything to help after this is over.
But you will be
If I
dead and in
survive.
Valhalla.
I mean, there's a chance that I might live. I hope. I cross my fingers and hope
So you
not
won't
die.
be dying honorably and going to Valhalla. Is that what I'm taking from this?
Valhalla, here I come. Goodbye. I had a feeling it was going to turn into a Karen-esque conversation.
This is great.
No, Zutzek. That goes into slot I. You are putting it in slot C. We already have the thing in slot C. I don't see a thing here in slot C though. Oh shit! Did we misplace part C? Guys, have you seen part C? What? No. I've just been looking. You just go in on the three of these people trying to finish assembly on the folding boat.
Humor me. Do I see any missing pieces?
Investigation, please.
I would also
Cool.
like to roll investigation.
Cool.
Pointed
Probably
Lead
gonna
just
get it, though.
backs off.
Fucking,
it's-
never mind. Never
Okay.
mind.
32 investigation. Yeah, no, it was under the instruction manual the whole time.
Oh my god, of course.
Scam
What?
lifts up manual.
Yeah, I know what a manual is, Malafane. I invented the manual. I know what I'm doing.
Manual.
Yeah. Zutzeg, how the hell did you not see that? You've got like the super eye, right? How the hell did you not see that? Maybe it's because I'm up here working on the boat and you're down there yelling at me.
In any case, if this will make things a little easier, there you are.
All right. Scam tosses up to Zutzag. Now go around to slot I. Nope, not that one. Not that one. You just passed it. It's very clearly slot I. They're not labeled. Zutzag calls down.
Can I cast guidance on Zutzag? Please.
This is what we're doing with our session, and I love it.
Yep.
Can I please?
Sure.
Yeah! It's just right there. Yes, to your left. Right there, you got it.
Yeah, this left or my other left?
That left, that one, you got it. You are on the
There
ball.
you are.
Oh, okay. And
That's the
Zutzag
one.
slides it in. Great. Now you need to secure it with the Allen wrench. Which Allen wrench? Says Zutzag, slight despair in his voice.
Did Geisel just get idiocy injured?
Geisel's just on the floor, watching all this intently, taking notes.
Is this really all that entertaining to you?
Oh yes, absolutely. It is what I believe is called a farce. It shall make for an excellent story once I, get back to writing.
I mean, there are plenty of doors for it around here.
Absolutely.
I'm sorry, I had to.
It's okay.
That's...
Did you need something from those two? I'm sure I could yell loud enough to get them to pay attention, by the way.
We were just saying our essentially goodbyes since we're about to go take on our biggest challenge yet. As dramatic as that sounds.
No, I believe in cases of facing down an elder evil, that would be an appropriate response.
That's the one.
Right? As Geisel... Not as Geisel, as Zutzeg starts securing Slot Eye with the Allen wrench, Geisel just looks up and says, "Get down here, would you?" And somehow Zutzeg finds that incredibly loud and falls to the ground off of his little step ladder where he was working on the boat.
Oh my goodness, are you alright?
Are you okay?
I have fallen from worse places this week.
Yeah, you have. Sorry about that.
Right. Zutzeg dusts himself off. So what's this about you going to your final challenge?
We're going to our final challenge.
Ah, cool!
Castle.
Give him hell for me, would you?
You've got it. Sort of like clasps his arm. The whole like brotherhood clasp.
Yeah. Does the whole like predator bro
Yeah!
grasp. Right, I would happily join you, but I really want this to be fixed so that if you guys die, these other people at least have a way out, you know?
Yeah.
Second
Very
it's done, though, I'm gonna
noble
come
of
running,
you.
because that squid-faced bastard is not going to escape my wrath.
Nor should he. We're gonna need all the help we can get.
Abso-friggin-lutely, you,
Well, wish us luck.
Here's hoping.
You don't need luck, you need genius. Unfortunately, I'm a little preoccupied, so I guess luck will do in a pinch.
Yeah, we'll leave it at that then, for now. Geisel, kind of an odd question, but,
Yes.
if we make it out of this, would you mind signing some of our books? We have a very large collection of your works at the library. Would you mind signing some of them?
Oh, anything for a fan.
Wonderful.
I suppose I am one of your largest fans by default at this point, huh?
You just hear the most exasperated sigh from Raxataf here.
Goodness.
Well, thank you.
Oh, you're quite welcome.
Yeah, Kay turns away, and as he walks, like, Rax, you can see, like, the instant that they're, like, facing away from anybody, their face just immediately fucking falls, like, ugh, like a mask drops. She sees you, looks up, and just does a little half wave. Who's next, then?
Oh no.
What?
Rex feels a little bad.
I can tell you
Why?
there is no one else who is south of Kozert.
Okay, thank you.
Right?
Alright. So this way.
Whoa!
Dynamic? Oh, I'm so sorry, I
Right.
moved you instead of me. I
What?
apologize.
You throw
We
Momo off the
It's like launching a bird, you like toss them into the air so they fly. I don't
No.
actually do that.
Wing the bird.
Wow!
Okay, Kay. Kick the birdie.
It's like
Alright.
that informational pamphlet of do not throw the baby.
No,
Do not
no,
throw the
no.
Momo.
Don't
Do not throw the Momo.
Don't throw the
Don't-
baby.
Do not throw the baby. Don't shake a baby either. That's number one parenting rule.
Mhm.
It's bad.
It's not good.
I guess, since Kailani's on the mind, Kay will
Yeah.
go into his sequestered area and knock first.
Kailani opens the door. Ari backs off to let you, talk to Kailani.
Mind if, we all just talk?
Certainly. I take it this is a last act of confession before you're about to do something drastic?
Do you take confession religiously?
I mean, I am an ordained priest, so...
I'll think about it. Maybe I'll come back later in private,
mean,
but,
Once it's available.
yeah. Kay kind of, like, moves into the room to give people some room to, move forward.
Coming in a beat you up, Kailani.
It might be a little bit cramped in here, just so you know.
I'm small. I'm going to ask this, and I want to preface it with, I ask this with all the sort of, jest and levity as I can muster. Do you still hate our guts?
Hate your guts? No. Would prefer you were alive? Yes. Would prefer you were alive so that you could stop everyone else from dying? Also, yes.
Preferred we were alive somewhere far away from you?
Also, yes. If there is
Thank
one
you.
thing you're good at, you're good at making life complicated.
Well, thank you for being here, nonetheless. I don't want to speak for anyone else, but, I know I definitely appreciated you being here.
I agree.
Yeah.
And, may not mean, well, you know, as they say, words are cheap, and trust me, I know that, but, I am sorry for how it all shook out.
Ailani slowly nods. Yeah. Me too.
Yeah, Kay will just leave after that, but, if you want to talk to him, go ahead.
As you go, Kailani just calls after you. Be careful, alright? If anything happens, I'm not going to be able to get to you.
Will do. It'll be fine.
Yeah.
Right. Sorry.
No, I apologize, Rax. I'm sure this is, not exactly the most, enthralling for you. Maybe even perhaps kind of awkward, but, yeah, so, sorry about that.
No, it's alright. If it gives all of you comfort, then what else could I ask for?
Right, well, as I scroll through my stuff, because it is easier to do
Yes.
that than to do the whole, move around and look at tokens sort of thing.
Mm-hmm.
So Dan is out of commission. Talk to Annabelle, talk to Kailani, Solana, Ari, Remig, Zetzag, Scam. Spoke to Scarlet, and talked to Geisel. Were condescended to by the storm giant turned owlbear. And by we, I mean Momo was.
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess we did not speak to the Lady of the Mists, but you know, as you mentioned, it would be rude to leave her out. So you know, Kay will head over.
Just sprinting back to Lady of Mists. She looks up. Oh, were you forgetting something?
Not at all. Gotta save some of the best for last, after all, right?
Naturally.
How have you been doing down here?
Oh, you know, it's hardly the usual living quarters to which I am accustomed, but I take it that will not be the case soon enough.
Yeah, hopefully your diplomatic obligations will be soon ended.
Hopefully.
Yeah, so, we're going in soon, as I'm sure you've gathered, but, all the best. It's been, a short time, but it's been nice.
So it has. I feel like I should say don't die down there, but if you do, that would technically free me of my obligation to be your diplomat, so... Do your best is a good compromise, wouldn't you say?
It's an excellent compromise. If there's anything, I always appreciate a good compromise when it comes down to it.
You might make a fine diplomat yet.
I wish you could have been a fly on the wall for a certain tribunal. That was certainly something. Well, yeah, thank you. And Kay will sort of retreat.
Oh yeah, bye.
Bye.
I'm sorry, I don't mean to monopolize conversations or anything. Like, please feel free. I've been talking
No,
a
no, no.
lot.
I just love the
Please
thought that he
talk.
was like, he was just behind, and then it just took a second for him to be like, oh, hi, bye.
Bye-bye.
I just imagine Rax's, like, the little apertures on his mask just doing a blink, blink. Oh.
Rat just about faces and sprints the other direction.
All right, I'll go off to Flump then. Say goodbye to the baby. If anyone wants to come with me.
Yeah, sure.
why not? Haven't
All
really
right, I'll go ahead and Flump.
Oh, hi, Raxidal!
Hey, since we'll be going away for a little bit, I have a gift for you.
Oh, cool.
He pulls out a piece of platinum and passes it to him. Just goes, now, do you know how to do a coin flip?
No, I do not.
So, this might be a bit complicated with, you don't have thumbs, but he shows him a coin flip. Ting. And then he's like, now, I want you to have this, and you can play with it as much as you want, okay?
Okay, thanks.
Yeah. But yes, this next trip we're going on might be a little longer. I don't actually know if we'll be able to come back afterwards.
Oh, you're going up to the castle.
Yes.
Ah, well, I don't know what's beyond there, so you might die.
I wasn't trying to say it, but yes, we might die.
Yeah, I can smell your fear.
I'm not
Sorry, that's probably me. Kay just sort of casually calls out from the corner.
Oh, hi, Corellian.
Hi, Flump.
Your fear's delicious, by the way.
You're welcome.
Fun
That
fact,
is
out of character, fear smells like pancakes.
Stop. No, I want pancakes.
Those are some terrifyingly strong smell receptacles.
Well, what I
Better
want to
sit
say
out.
to you. Sorry.
course.
What I want to say to you. Stop. God, sorry. Okay. What I want to say to you. I hate you so much, Scott.
What? What did I do?
I don't.
Newsflash, Queen is fucking dead.
So
Okay,
what
just
you
sit
want
up.
to say to me is that
What did you
you're
wanna say?
dead.
Sorry. What I want to say to you, Flump, is if it does turn out that we can't come back, I want you to know that you have been the most amazing friend and confidant I've had in years. I'm being as honest as I can.
Oh, well, golly, thanks. You've been very sad.
Yes, turns out there was a lot buried.
You might want to seek therapy.
You know what? Perhaps. I didn't realize there was this much to say until I said it all to you. And because I said it all to you now, I feel a bit more comfortable. Looks behind him at the other two. Saying it to others as well.
Hey, that's what therapy's for.
Yes. I just thank you for helping me realize that it's okay to say it.
You're welcome.
Now you take care of that coin, alright?
I will try.
Good. Then I still hope that I can see you one more time after this.
Probably not. You'll probably be dead.
I will 50-50, but if that 50% is good, then either way you can keep the coin.
I sure hope I can. It was given to me as a gift. It would be really shitty of you to take away a gift.
Yeah, precisely. Like, I'd be such a horrible person, but... Alright, I'll make a deal. If I come back, you can have another coin.
Double or nothing. Love it.
There we go.
That.
Oh, so you're introducing me to gambling. Okay.
You're such an excellent influence, Rex.
I know, I'm wonderful.
We can
All
try
right.
and get him drunk again.
Let's
No.
not.
What?
Let's not.
Maybe another time. And he just leaves. Goodbye.
All right, bye, Raxidal.
Goodbye, Flumph.
Thanks for helping out with the info.
You're welcome. Bye, Corellian.
Bye.
Take care of yourself.
I will.
Aren't you going to say anything else?
What, me? You told me to
Have a
take
good
care of
one.
myself, and I'm gonna. Okay, bye, Malifay.
God.
Bye, Flump. I didn't know you that well, but you're a good chap.
Cool. Bye, Momo.
Oh, yeah. Rex pulls out Angel's Bane real quick and just goes, do you want to say goodbye to Flumph and I'll translate it for you?
No, he smells like butts.
No, he doesn't.
Well, maybe because you have a mask that's covering up your nose, you can't smell it, but I can, and I don't have a nose.
Yeah, I was going to... Well, there's no point in saying bye to you because you're coming with me, but this is going to be fun. Well, not fun, but it's going to be a time.
There will be plenty of opportunity for slaughter.
Yes, hopefully, I'll finally get your revenge.
Hopefully, yeah. That would be nice.
I think it would be fantastic.
And then we can go on to kill some other kings.
That's a tomorrow problem.
Forgive me for thinking of the future.
I can't believe Angel's Bane is gonna show up in King's March. With or without Raxidal.
You can't get rid of me! It just hops
Silence
along
people, you
the
can't
bottom
silence
of
truth.
the ocean.
Beautiful. Alright, well, it's me all done.
Yeah, I
I'm good
can't
too.
really think of anything else.
I mean, I guess this would be the point of if we want to talk to each other before we head in, now's the time to do it, right?
Yeah.
Sure.
Well,
Let's group up in our little 2x2 square. I'm dragging you here, Corellian. You have no choice.
Can we at least move a little further?
That's fair. That's
Way,
fair.
perhaps, you know, just a little bit of
Yeah.
privacy, maybe like in a room or something.
We're not gonna have an important conversation in the flump room? That means it's super serial.
I'm a great listener.
So this is really it.
Yeah, seems like it.
Any regrets?
too many. Way too many.
Sorry you got caught up in all this, Raxidal. Sorry,
Yeah, you
sir,
didn't need
Raxidal.
to-
Well, I didn't expect coming here to be smooth sailing, and that was a very dark joke in retrospect.
Right.
Look, I know I haven't been with you as long as others have, and I'll be quite honest and pardon the language, you are all fucking insane.
Yeah.
But you're all wonderful.
Mm.
And any
Kid
promise
just sort of like blink. Oh? Oh?
Are you sure you have the right people here?
I've meant everything I said, and any promises I've made to any of you. After this, I will still stand by them.
A knight of your own word.
And it extends, if any of you, after all this, need any form of help, I will do everything I can.
Same.
Thank you. And you'll always have a home at Batrance if you need one.
Of course.
I
the doors are
appreciate
always
it.
open.
If
Go ahead, Mel.
if there's still any bad air between any of us, regardless of what it may be, I can only speak for myself, but I hope we can move forward with whatever comes forward as best as we can. I'm not good with my words. I'm sure you've realized at this point. I apologize for any misdeeds or givings that we've had in our past.
Thank you. I'm sorry for being so harsh, but you are, as I hope you've come to realize throughout this entire endeavor, particularly down here, you are a very important and a very, you contribute a lot to us all. You compliment us, and I like to think that we compliment you, and ultimately, I think we all kind of make a pretty okay team.
I concur.
Yeah.
When
Yes, I'd agree.
this all started, I thought we were gonna find Arias and be on our way, but I didn't think I would find a whole new. Pardon my cheesiness, but family.
I know. I know.
And through everything we've been through, I will be honest, every single time, I thought we were going to die. I thought, this is it, this is the big one. But no. Here we are. About to say that, here's the big one, And this time it really is. But Mikhail was telling you earlier, and I would like to say to you all, we've accomplished so much more than we've expected of ourselves. Even if our methods are quite unorthodox, we still somehow, some way, managed to figure it out. Whether they have consequences or not. We still end up living, and somehow, sometimes, fixing something. And I would like to think that this isn't any other case. It's bigger, more dangerous, of course, lethal, if anything, but I wouldn't have more faith in anyone else. I think we are the best people who can do it. If anything, I think we're probably, not to downplay anyone else, I think we're the only ones stupid and brave enough to do it.
I'll take a double of the stupid, hold the brave.
But it really has been an honor. Fighting, drinking, hell, even arguing with you guys. Because the pros always outweigh the cons in these situations. We've all made mistakes, we've all screwed up, me especially. But not to put myself or anyone else down. We've always come through. And though
Somehow.
this is our... I'm sorry?
No, continue.
And though this is our biggest, most frightening, terrifying. Don't want to go in there challenge, as it is. No, it's the biggest. I think we got this.
At the very least, we owe it to not just to ourselves, but to those we've had to leave behind, whether
Yeah.
or not they've left this quail. Arias, Espera, Azalea and Viola, Trevlon, Thavagath, those who couldn't join us. They're still here with us in spirit. We owe it to them to see this through.
This is for them.
This is for them.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Of course.
Raxadal, would you believe that Momo used to be my height?
Blinks.
What I'm trying to say is, Momo, you've grown up.
It's
Thank you.
true.
Thank
You've
you.
come
thank
a long
you.
way from since we first saw you at that festival.
I'm very glad to hear that, honestly. I probably wouldn't have become the same person I am now if it weren't for you lot. So thank you for helping me become who I am.
I mean, it doesn't.
Sorry, God.
It doesn't end here. I can't wait to see what you'll become, Sir Momo.
That's right. That is right. You still have to train me.
Exactly.
Sir Momo, that has a nice ring to it.
It does. Okay. Do you have anything to say?
I think I said all I needed to say, but I probably will take up Kailani on the whole confession thing, so I'll see you in a bit.
Oh. Alright.
Enjoy.
Yeah, that's how confessions are supposed to go, right?
As
Okay,
best
so
you
as I sort
can.
of shut the door behind them, just kind of walk towards the little impromptu, I guess, chapel that Kailani has, I suppose. I don't know what else we'd call it.
Room.
Room.
Forgive me, fish, for I have sinned.
Lub lub.
One more. Knock, knock, knock.
Kailani opens the door, sees you again, just gives a single nod.
Mind if I take you up on that confession?
Kailani closes the door behind you. No time like the present.
Especially if there might not be any in the future.
Kailani nods.
There's, I'm sorry to bring this up because you're as involved as anybody here. And please stop me at any point, but there really is no point to all of this, is there? Going around saying potential goodbyes, because if we don't succeed, then it doesn't matter. Everyone will be gone anyway. I don't know. It feels like a lie in some way, shape, or form, and I don't want to entertain the notion of not being able to succeed, but even so, pragmatism hasn't quite been beaten out of me yet. I wish I could. Words are cheap. Words are cheap. And I wish that there was some way that I could atone for everything that I and we have caused. I'm sorry, I'm just very tired.
Kailani nods. more has been put on your shoulders than has anyone in recent memory. You have a right to feel tired, Brilliant. You have been through hell. In fact, continue adventuring long enough, you might go to actual hell in one day. But you're not wrong to feel this way. To feel tired. To feel like you just want it to end, even if it might end for everyone else. It's normal. It's healthy to have fear. But it's healthier to have hope. So, tell me, Aurelian, since we're in confession, if you're afraid of going there, fighting Rankol, fighting whatever he's planning to awaken, if you're afraid, then why do you still go?
Because, and Carlin sort of scrubs at his eyes. Because I have no choice. Because I've always been afraid, but the promises that I've made to other people means that other people, to Bahamut, to myself even, means that I have to. So,
We're all
here I
very
am.
capable people here, Corellian. All very capable people who all have a bone to pick with Rankol. If you had no other choice... Well, forgive me for saying so, this is a rather informal confession as is. That is bullshit and you know it. You could ask any of us to go up there.
No, I suppose it's more of a, to break it down, a sense of responsibility for each and every single person being... I mean, everyone got caught up in this vortex in some way, shape, or form. You're right. You're right. You're right. Well, it's a confessional, and I've always felt like I had to atone for things, so maybe that's why I'm going. Maybe this is my, I don't know what else I can do.
Kailani nods again, bites his lip a little bit, thinks of what to say. Now, take this as you will, of course. I'm sure you may forget about this the second you step out that door, but since you did come to a confessional to speak to a practicing priest, one would assume you'd have some degree of listening to what one has to say. I don't know everything you've done. And I'm sure a lot of it is very bad, considering the stuff I do know. But I realized that you can't define someone just by the bad they've done. People do good. You and your friends, sure you've done bad, but none of us would be here with you if you didn't do good. And we didn't hope that there was still some good to be done. So, be all your sins confessed, he puts a hand on your shoulder. And if you want absolution for them, then I beseech you, my child, to go out there, to have some hope, to do some good. Because I do not give a shit if you don't think you're worth it. Everything that can live and breathe is worth it.
That's what we're here for. We're here for everything. And Kay just sort of clasps Kailani's hand. Whatever it takes.
Whatever it takes.
Thank you.
Kailani nods.
And Kay leaves. just sort of takes a moment, like composes himself, and heads back to the team.
Malifane, in the meantime, is going to turn to Raxidal. What do you know about Hamascus?
About who?
Not a who, a where. Hamascus.
What do I know?
A decent amount. It is, it's a continent that, for all intents and purposes, has been getting its shit together for a long time, but is very slowly starting to. Like, Western Hamascus is what gets in gossip when it comes to intercontinental gossip most often, because that is a town of, like, rushes of industry, of economy, of new technologies, and the like. Boom towns, basically, for using
Cool.
the cowboy term.
I know bits and pieces.
Are you perhaps familiar with the Code of the West? It's okay if you're not.
I'm not overly familiar, no.
People who settle in Hamascus have a set of unwritten guidelines that they follow. A code, if you were. That, I suppose that's a given. It varies from person to person, but most of it generally centers around... how do I put this? Just generally doing what is believed to be right. I see that in you a lot.
Really?
Mhm. Even when you find struggles, you always try to do your best to follow through with your plan until the end.
Well, as is the knight's way.
Is there... What keeps you so assured?
The when I face that danger and I come out of it, no matter what I had to do or whatever it takes, I still have my family to go back to.
Family
They are what
value.
keep me going.
One could argue that that's part of your code. Just wanting to keep those who are around you safe.
Of course.
Malifane reaches into his pockets and pulls out a badge. It shines in the light, but it's silver. And he just looks at him and says, "It's beautiful, isn't it?"
Yes. Where did you get it from?
A merchant came by when I was younger. I had enough coin in from my daily allowance, and I was able to purchase one thing. And I had heard stories about the Code of the West, and it resonated with me, so I picked it up. I've held on to it to this day.
You... Just looking at you.
I think you should have it.
Malifane, I can't take that.
So, of course you can. I feel like it would have a better home with you than me. Besides, you hold true to yourself. It's admirable for a knight such as yourself. Don't lose sight of that. I know you won't. But if you ever do, perhaps this can serve as a reminder.
You kind of like... Because you can't see his eyes, but you can hear sort of like the breath in his throat kind of hitch. He smiles. He takes it. Looks up at you. I will be eternally thankful.
Your thanks isn't needed, as appreciated as it is. Just don't lose sight of it. Rather, grappling hook, that's not what I wanted to say.
I was gonna say! You know, this looks very,
Let's try that again.
Sorry.
Well, I mean, I don't need the grappling hook either, but anyways.
Thank you.
There we go.
I'll give it back to you, don't worry.
Just don't lose sight of your code. And don't lose sight of who you are.
Give me your hand, Malafine.
He does as such.
He takes off his signet ring, which has his family crest on it, puts it on your finger.
This is... That's it.
This is what I want you to carry with you, in case you don't see me again after this. Because I would be proud to have a son like you, Malafine. And if you ever need anything outside what I've offered you, you are always welcome to my family.
I don't know what to say. This is so generous.
I mean, you gave me something so sentimental to you. It just feels nice.
He puts a hand on his shoulder. But that's not going to happen. Because one way or another, we're going to get out of this. All of us. Together. We've all been through worse scratches. I have no doubt we'll do the same here.
There's, you see a slight, and it's a very slight flicker of doubt on his face. But then it goes just as quickly. He breathes. Well, when all this is over then, let's just drink. I haven't done that in a while.
Malafane heavily ponders this for a moment. And then just decides, I'd like that a lot.
But on the very, very small chance that at least I don't get out of this, please tell my girls that I did everything I could to get home.
If it should come to that, you have my word.
And on the
I'll
even
see.
slimmer chance that it's vice versa, I promise you Quintessa will be safe.
Thank you, Sir Raxidal. Or, thank you, Rax.
No, you're right. Let's look forward. Let's save Irion.
That's what I like to hear.
How long have you been listening in?
I've kind of been zoning in and out every now and again.
Oh, that's fair.
Momo never left the room.
I know!
Yeah, Momo's still been there.
Rex,
Just work here, guys.
I just fucking... Rex offers out a hand to him.
Yeah, I was gonna say, but
Yeah.
he's right. Together.
All together.
Bulmo takes his hand. All together.
All together, right?
All together now!
All together, right?
Outside
Right?
the door.
I mean, it
Huh? What?
really,
Cave
really
have been
wouldn't
leaning
be all
against the
together
wall, just
without
sort of.
a certain reptilian friend of ours.
Yeah, sure. I'll be your D'Artagnan or whatever it is. Anyway, do you
And-
taste metal?
And
All for
maybe
one for all.
and maybe the goblin as well if he's interested.
What? I can't hear you all the way over there!
Good.
Maybe.
All together. Don't ask
Oh,
questions.
yeah, do we want to out of character? Oh yeah, do we want to include like the umpteen Jabitties in that list of Fuhru we're fighting for?
I don't think
Biddy
Rex,
is a plague on this land, and I love them so much.
I don't think Rex ever met Jabidi.
No.
Oh,
I think Scam ended up taking a different
Yeah.
infusion. So
Mm.
yeah.
it's just like, who's Jabidi?
Oh, his Scam's homunculus.
A friend of a friend, let's call it.
Oh,
Put it
clink clonk kind of thing. All right.
sort of, yeah.
Yes.
Well, let's not put this off anymore.
Agreed.
All together.
All together. Let's do this.
Ari, you ready to go?
I've been ready for like an hour.
Well, we're done being sentimental, so let's go.
Right. And
To the
so,
North Gates.
you head up to the North Gate.
Da 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 da.
Terrifying.
Bye, Flumps.
Bye, Axel!
As they pass by everybody, Momo looks into the eyes of everyone and gives them all like a subtle "it'll be okay" nod. And also like a subtle hint of goodbye.
Alrighty. You head up to the gates to Castle Yorum. You put the 5 keys in the great adamantine locks. They all turn with a click. The great gate to Yolrum's capital finally opens. It creaks aside, giving you an unobstructed view of the fortress before you. Banners proclaiming the glory of a long-dead king drape from the windows, stock still in the absence of wind. Somewhere beyond the castle's gates, you instinctively know, lies Rankol, and the end of your long, long journey.
Oh my god, this is really happening.
Well, as far as castles go, very grand.
Very on brand of him as well.
Unsurprising, given his vanity.
Well, fuck it. I think we have work to do.
He'd better be giving us a royal welcome after this.
Let's go
And
fuck
if
shit
he
up.
gives us a royal welcome, we're gonna give him the best of royalist goodbyes.
Well said.
Yeah.
You proceed down the pathway, noting as you get closer that the castle of Yolrum is built on this, large series of rocks, rock outcroppings and the like. What would be a mountain if it was above ground, basically. You could, theoretically, climb up to get to the entryway into the castle, but there is a road that is much easier to traverse leading onward that goes through 2 gatehouses, one of which has a couple of Migos perched atop it, gazing down, fluttering their wings.
Do they look hostile or hungry?
Make an insight check.
Okay.
These Migo look territorial more than anything. They look like they are defending something that is inside that gatehouse.
Let me see. Out of character, do you guys think I could cast, like, Sanctuary or, like, let's see.
Let's see what Sanctuary does.
Yeah.
Sanctuary means that if someone targets you with an attack, they'll have to make a wisdom saving throw, and if they fail, they have to go target someone else.
Yeah, it's
more of a
on
shield,
one creature.
Shield of Faith. Would that work?
That
on
gives
both
people an AC bonus.
Hmm.
I mean, if we want to try and find another way around, I think that would be our best course of action, but I'm prepared to go forth, but I think as many advantages we can eke out, we should take.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
I hate to ask this of you, but I wouldn't ask this of anyone else, but Mal, do you think you could scout out a way we could traverse aside from the road?
I'll do what I can.
Great.
I'll take a sky view. Or
Careful up there.
however
I'm
high
sure
or
I
far
don't
I
need
need
to
to
tell
go.
you that. I'm going to roll stealth.
Alright.
And then, is this perception or investigation?
Okay. So this would be investigation if you're doing a prolonged look for a way up.
Alrighty. Ready? 1, 2, 3.
Okay. So, Malifane, from what you can see, most other routes up to the castle are covered by the long and winding road. It's a pretty steep, mountainous climb to get to the castle itself. You try looking for, like, hey, are there any hidden caverns or whatnot? And it looks like just solid walls of rock up until you get to the castle. And you don't know what's inside the walls, per se. Probably a way down from there. But as for looking from your ground level view or any other ways up the castle, there's up the road, which doesn't require any checks but will take you through the Migo Gatehouse, or there's attempting to climb.
Climbing what again?
Climbing up what's basically an underground mountain to get to the front gates of the castle.
Okay, thank you.
How long would that take?
It looks like a particularly rough ascent. Like, assuming nothing goes wrong, it would take you half an hour if everyone is, not stopping for any breaks and successfully makes checks to climb up.
And that's even with grappling, even with a grappling arrow.
That is with a grappling
I'm
arrow.
assuming these are individual checks. Okay.
Yes.
I mean, I could try and fly some small folk up there. If anyone needs a ride.
You can't lift me.
Damn.
Yeah,
Just
unfortunately.
too beefy.
Corellian is too beefy. No one else is small.
Full plate armor and tower shield. Yeah,
Yeah.
no.
Might just have to make the trek.
These are our options are fairly limited. It's either a long road ahead, or we climb.
What do you guys think? I'm down for either.
I honestly don't trust my capability to do a lot of climbing at this point. I'm kind of a sort of plate armor, tower shield.
I'm not
a little
much for
heavy
upper
and not the
body
most
strength.
dexterous.
I'm not much for upper body strength, says Ari, with strength 10.
Oh.
Yeah.
Even with the grapple, even if we attempted to use the grappling arrow, even if we attempted to secure a grappling arrow up there, that would still require quite a bit of climbing. It would take us it would take us at least 30 minutes to climb up there, and I'm not sure what people's stamina is.
Not 30 minutes worth of climbing.
Yeah, no, I don't think we can swing that.
I think we might just have to trek this one.
Long road it is.
All right.
See
How
what those
long-
Migo are up to.
How long would the long road take?
So the long road and direct climb take roughly the same amount of time. The difference is one is a paved road and the other is sheer rock cliffs that sometimes go straight vertical.
Alright.
Yeah, the difference is you don't need any checks to walk along the road. You just need to get through the gatehouses.
Alright. Rax then is gonna cast non-detection on himself,
Okay.
just to avoid anything. And I will pay the 25 gold to do that. So that'll
Cool.
be 480. Yep.
All right. You use some magic to shield yourself from any prying magical eyes as you approach the first gatehouse. And as you do so, all of you can hear whispers from within.
What are they saying?
Whispers. I was gonna say, are they, like, Okay, no, I'm trying to think of how to phrase
So,
this.
the whispers in and of themselves, they're not in a language you recognize, but they are, like, deep and echoing, so you can all hear them clearly as if they're right next to you.
Ah, terrifying.
Hate that.
Let me put it this way. Do they sound humanoid, or do they sound, like, not?
Yes.
Oh.
Hmm.
Hey Mal, now's the time if you want to take a look inside. You are a sneaky man.
Be the sneaky.
Does my stealth continue to carry over from before?
Sure,
Or do I
yeah.
need to make a separate check?
I'll say it carries over.
Cool. Okay. And this is just outside the gatehouse?
This is just outside the gatehouse where you can hear the whispering, yes.
Okay. Malifane will kind of just have his back towards the edge of the gatehouse as he kind of just sneaks around the side and listens in, or peers around to see, what is beyond the walls.
Alright.
I might have a... Well, how bad is that? It's an 18, but, I mean...
Alright. You peer inside the walls. Well, not like directly inside. Take as close a look as you can without going into the gatehouse itself. From what you can tell, the door is not locked, and you can kind of peer through it. Inside, the gatehouse appears to have been converted into a library of some sort. There are all sorts of, like, books and shelves scattered around the place, near where arrow slits and other watchtowers used to be. And there are some stairs leading up into further areas of the library, from which you can see in your position something glowing purple.
Ooh.
Repeat the words. Something about something glowing purple?
There's something upstairs glowing purple!
Something... Thank you. Something upstairs glowing. Malifane will kind of tread lightly as he tries to move a little further in, closing the gap, and see if he can search upstairs and investigate that area. Not entering the general area of the library, but
You're gonna have to enter the general area of the library if you want to get to the stairs, is the problem.
No, that's fair. All right. Well, listening from just below the stairs, is there any? What's the word? Does it sound like the whispering is getting any closer, or louder rather?
Yes.
Okay. Does it sound like it's upstairs, or does it just sound like it's in the general area?
It sounds like it's coming from upstairs.
Okay. In that case, it's a this one. I don't think they would see something. Malifane will send Anuki to climb up the stairs and just kind of look at it from a worm's eye view, to see where the glowing is coming from. And he will use the feature in Find Familiar where he can see through the familiar's eyes.
Can I get a stealth check from Anuki, please?
I was afraid of
He's
this.
tiny.
He's tiny, but he's still... Okay, let me...
I'm gonna bite your kneecaps off.
Let me see something. That is... Well, that's a +4. That's not terrible. I have inspiration.
Okay.
16.
Alright. Anuki crawls up the stairs to see what's in the library. It appears like this cloud of otherworldly purple miasma is just floating back and forth through the upstairs library, which is an absolute mess. It's being rummaged through by 3 Migo, who occasionally stop and turn towards this central table, at which sits this hunched over man with like dark gray skin, purple, blue, and other dark colors of robes all around him, as he occasionally whispers, and the Migo immediately stop, listen, do some like chittering of affirmation, and go back to searching around. And as they do, the man slowly raises up his head and turns towards the stairs to see Anuki coming.
Stop. Stay still.
He tilts his head and then speaks in common. Hello there, little spider. By chance, does the man you belong to happen to be near?
I don't know what to do here.
Make the spider shake its head. Shake its little body.
Crawl on him. Just act now.
Does the spider have any ranks in performance, perhaps? Just a normal spider here.
No, even if it did, it's a -4 charisma.
Oh no! Just dabs.
Performs mating dance.
Just communicates with the new to act natural. I know this is going to end poorly.
Bite him.
Well, thank you for the visit, little spider. I look forward to seeing your friends.
Crawls away.
What was that?
Crawls away.
Yeah, let him just crawl away. I don't know what else to do. I never thought I'd get this far.
Well, he's alerted to us now.
You're the sneaky man, the man who sneaks. It's all you, baby.
Aware of us. Note to self, spider familiars, are terrible at sneaking. Rule of 3. This is the third time this has happened.
Spooter.
I mean, I guess it all depends on whether somebody would be astute enough to, even if they notice the spider, think it's a familiar or not. So,
Right.
unfortunately,
This
at high
guy
levels,
does.
maybe that's familiar. Yeah,
Yeah.
so there it is.
In hindsight, Find Familiar was not a great choice for a spell.
But it's very cute.
It is.
He is very cute.
To Malafane, did the guy look familiar?
No.
Okay.
I'm pretty sure I didn't even see his head. It was just
No.
cloaked.
Yeah, you just saw a hand at most of the skin.
What color was the skin?
Dark gray.
Couple things. Were there any hairs on it, or did it look smooth?
It looked wizened. It looked like ancient.
Okay.
Wizened. I love that word.
Well, I'm just going to ooh, this is going to make me sound awful, but it's my best shot at getting away undetected. But I'm going to disconnect from Anuki, so to speak, and I'm just going to try to sneak away as best as I can. I assume I need to make a separate check for this now.
Yes.
I figured.
Oh, fun.
And I already used my... Yeah. Okay.
Oh!
Oh.
Rogues. Rolling a 2 and still getting a 17. Disgusting.
You hear another deep echoing whisper, and then some buzzes from the Migo as they all turn towards you, Malafane.
Fuck!
Yeah, some of them, fly downward, and one gets right up in your face.
Speaks into ring. Whispers into ring. We've got a situation here.
Kay just looks to everyone else, just kind of shrugs, and puts a few, echoing knocks on the door.
Momo! Ooh, I'm glad you mentioned that. Okay. Thaumaturgy or prestidigitation? They're both cantrips.
I think it's thaumaturgy?
Thaumaturgy
Yeah.
is the one that can dramatically open doors.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
Be
Then-
extra.
Then Momo is going to do that. He's going to cause a very extra loud noise on the very extra opposite side of wherever the fuck they are.
Go away, go away, go away.
Within 30 feet?
Yes.
Are you sure?
Sorry, I might not have been clear, but Kay was gonna knock on the door as in, fuck it, they know we're here.
Yeah.
Knock on the door and let us in sort of thing.
Sorry,
I'm sorry if I wasn't clear about that.
No, I got what you meant. I was just picturing Momo just fuck it and just does it even louder.
Momo decides to knock even louder.
Let me in.
Alright.
Let me in! Before that happens, Malafane just telepathically communicates to Anuki. How'd you feel about being something like an owl next time?
That would be great. I don't know if you can. I'll have to read up Find Familiar's rules in the Familiar's Handbook. Do you taste copper?
Why is that his voice?
Yes!
Alright. Shortly after knocking on the door, another Migo opens it, clicks at all four of you who are still outside, steps aside to reveal another Migo, who points to the stairs, looks at Malifane, also points to the stairs.
Kay does a little flourishing sort of bow, thank you, and shrugs to everyone else and heads up the fucking stairs.
Follows.
Momo also gives a polite bow and,
Same.
as a thank you and goes up the stairs.
Alright. You head up the stairs, and as you enter, the thick purple fog glows a little bit brighter, illuminating the room and all the Migo in the upstairs chamber, and the cloaked figure at the end, who does not look up, but you can all hear a voice in your mind saying, "You must be the one that my scouts have told me about. Such a pleasure to see you in flesh."
We've met.
Likewise, it's been, it certainly is nice to see who is sending all these scouts out, that's for sure. Can't say that we have the same pleasure that you do. Is there anything I can call you?
I have 1,000 names and 1,000 faces. This one is the master of them all. You may call this one the Whisperer in Darkness. And that's where we're going to end our session. If
bit on the nose.
Man.
you know.
You knew.
You know.
Thank you all so much for joining us. The end game approaches, as does the Whisperer in Darkness. We will see how that falls out next time on Fallen Empires. We'll see you then next week. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye.